You all about the care for emus here. So you may be wondering about getting emus, what you need to do. First off, you need a good area. Now you don't necessarily need, this is 8-foot tall fence. You don't necessarily have to have an 8-foot tall fence. Really, what's recommended is 6 foot, but I've had 4 foot work fine. Probably would recommend the 6 foot, but you want a good, strong fence. You want to try to avoid the welded wire rectangle fence because that's not very strong. I'll show you an example of that. But I've got these paired off here. On this side we've got 4 pairs, 5 whites and 3 blondes. The 3 blondes are females. They will only mate in a 1-to-1 ratio. On this other side we've got 5 standards and 1 blonde. We have 2 excess females on there we're trying to sell. If you're interested, hit us up. I'll show you the ones for sale. That one right there and that one right there. So the whites we didn't raise. They're not quite as friendly. They don't want to be touched. So get close to them, they just run away, except for this guy. Jon Snow kind of wants to be all up in your grill. But he's not mean. Now the ones we really hand raised are a lot friendlier. Just got, sometimes you spook them, they might freak out a little bit. But this is one of the blondes here. So this one's really friendly. The standards we hatched out all the blondes and the standards. Look here, Jon Snow's letting me touch on them. Basically the thing that you need is the length. So they need to be able to run. This is actually a little bit excessive. It's more than big enough. I mean, you can't be too big, but you want at least like 100 feet where they can run. So this is like 130 foot that way, and then it's like maybe 90 foot that way. So that's like around a 1/4 acre, and then they got this side's got about 3/4 of an acre. Now we have a lot more birds on this side. They got a pond. They can swim. They're capable of swimming, but only seen them swim a couple times. They more so like whenever it's raining a lot, they'll be in the mud, just kind of rolling around. They really like to do that. I'll show you the emus on the other side. This is what we got for feed in here. They go through a lot of feed. They'll even stand out in the rain. I mean, but it'd be good to have a good area for them to come in. But definitely keep your feed dry for sure. We're probably going through 100 to 150 pounds a day on these guys, and that's all the birds over here. So then on the smaller side, got a feed bucket right here. They're only going through 6 emus are going through 50 pounds in about 2 weeks. So they're really not eating but a pound at most each. So they really don't eat that crazy amount. Check out these. Look, we got the capybaras over here. So they'll be protective. They will run off other animals. Sometimes if you introduce a new animal, they'll be mean for a little bit. They were mean for about a day or so to the capybaras. Some of the different birds we brought in here, they've been mean for a little bit, but they get over it, and then they're protective. They will chase off predators. Now we bring little kids, we bring tours, birthday parties through these, so I'm fully confident in their niceness. Now this is Mo right here. He's one of the nicest ones. But sometimes he'll hiss, right? Like when you're on the other side of the fence, he'll hiss, but he's never mean to anybody, especially when you're up close. These two are nice, and then this is mid. So let's see. Here we go. Mid here. So these are, you can hug an emu. You can also kind of tickle them right there. Like the neck. There's Mo in the back. There's one of the other girls right there. Here we go. So this is why the emus are so cool. Because all the other birds we got, they don't want to come near you. I mean, they'll let you get close, but they don't want to really let you touch them. The emu will. They really love romaine lettuce. But what we're feeding them is chicken layer, 16%, which they say actually runs closer to 19%, with the guaranteed minimum of 16%. But when they're really little, you want to start them on the Ratite starter. And I'll do a video on the babies whenever we start hatching them out again. We are in October now. They should start laying probably in about a month. And hopefully we'll get a good bit of eggs. They can lay anywhere, on average, would be like 20 to 30, but at most you could get like 50. It would be very unlikely. But their eggs are huge. I mean, they're 1.5 pounds. Show you some eggs. You hear the, listen for the noise. That's the female noise. That's the female drum. The male rarely makes his noise. It's like a pig grunting. Here's Mo again. He's got a nice little hairstyle. These are my pals. And I really enjoy having them. We will be having babies available in a few months. We're in Louisiana. These are really friendly. Especially when you, like these, we spend a lot of time when they're little bitty. And so they're really nice. So the whites, except for Jon Snow, they were just at a breeding facility. And I don't think they had much interaction. So they're not mean, but they don't really want to be touched. Now there is a famous emu that is mean on the internet, but I think that is just an extremely rare example of just one really mean one. I haven't experienced any meanness. They've never hurt anybody. We bring little kids in here, and some people are very intimidated. Sorry, a loud car came by. Some people are really intimidated, but they're super nice. We give them a big old hug. I'll show you the eggs. So this is what the eggs look like. This is a comparison of what some of the other breeds. So this is a goose egg. This is the emu egg. That's a rhea egg, which is basically the same size. That's the 3rd biggest bird in the world. But I highly advise being very careful getting those. The males can be horribly mean. Females can be nice. The emus are much nicer than the rhea. Now this is a chicken egg, a duck egg, and this is a turkey egg. These were bleached. So you see some of the spots are missing on the turkey egg. These are fresh eggs here. But really cool. What the inside looks like. The shell's really thick. I've had some rotten ones that I had to like throw 20 times to get them to crack. End up having to crack them with something else. Now if one of these pops in your incubator, absolutely horrible, disgusting smell. So what to look out for, you can't candle these, so you'll have to look for oozing. And then sometimes you got to stick your nose on it and just smell it. I know it might not be sanitary, but you got to get those rotten eggs out of there before they explode. Absolutely horrible. Really cool comparison of these eggs.